All that being said, I fucking love this show. This show was awesome. I was gaslighting Jason all week
Jason.
because I wanted him to sweat. I was gaslighting him all week. I fucking love this show. Look.
The story of a rebel spy, Cassian Andor's formative years of the rebellion and his difficult missions for the cause. That is the one sentence review or the synopsis for Andor, now currently showing on Disney Plus. Guys, let's go ahead and get your one sentence review. And remember, I'm just not gonna take any of this personally. I didn't do this. This is not my thing. Go ahead, Lisa, with your one sentence review. I'm gonna put mute on this right now.
My one sentence review for Andor. Brilliantly written, stunning, witty, perfectly. Oh, wait, wrong review. Pass.
My one sentence review for Andor
It's fine.
You literally made a Star Wars show about the fourth most interesting character in Rogue One.
Okay, cool.
And I'll give you the list of the three other more if you want to know later on.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I want more Andor. Give me more Andor. But you know what? We'll leave all my positive vibes for later. Y'all go ahead and shit on this shit. I'll just sit here and not listen.
I'll let Lisa go. Go ahead, ladies first. Have at it, Lisa.
Listen.
I'm not listening.
It's like, were people like beating down Disney's door? Like, we need the show, and let's make it 12 hours of just like nothing. That could have been, it could have been like Blood Origins. It could have been 4 episodes. To sit there and say that it takes 3 episodes to establish that he's poor, it takes 1 scene to establish that he's poor. Get the fuck out of here. I cannot even. Not. Get the fuck out of here, character development. We don't need it. I have just said that, like, I am so tired of Star Wars prequels that are leading right up to it. Give us the Old Republic, or just keep moving on with the story. I'm tired of the leading up to this, leading up to that, because now we're gonna probably end up having another freaking CGI'd Leia, or I don't know, who knows? But and the stuttering android is the stupidest thing.
No! Stop talking right here. I'm going to talk over you.
Do not tell me to stop, sir.
No, I'm talking over you. D2 emo is the best thing.
You said, Lisa, go ahead, talk.
That is true. I remember that when that happened. Yeah. She said, Lisa, go ahead and talk.
So it's code. It's coding. And he's going to sit there and stutter. It would be different if he was like busted and sparks were flying, and then like they literally gave him an impediment to dumb, busted, the end.
Ooh, pencil drop. All right.
Jason, go ahead.
I'm gonna slide right on in here next. And, I'm gonna start off with my grievances. Let's start there. Yeah. Let's just get it all out the way, right, Jason? Get it all out the way early, okay?
Yeah, get it all out the way.
My grievance with this is that this was not Star Warsy enough for me, and I put it in the thread. Like, I think maybe in 2 episodes you actually saw like aliens. Everything else was human ran. It was nothing fantastical about this. With all that being said, I fucking love this show. This show was awesome. I was gaslighting Jason all week because I wanted him to sweat. I was gaslighting him all week. I fucking love this show. Look, it's things about this show that if you hated the Phantom Menace, you will hate about this show. Okay, go ahead.
Jason. Lisa, I still love you. You can hate the show all you want.
It's fine. I know.
It's fine. I still love you. I'm sorry for trying to talk over you. Go ahead, Jason.
Forgiven.
It's stuff in here that did kind of rub me the wrong way at first, because I was like, hey, the thing we hated about the Phantom Menace was like the political stuff, and they dived headstrong deep into it. But here's the twist, though. The political stuff isn't a simulation of like our Congress. This is showing that the Empire is completely dysfunctional and inept at running the universe. This show shows a great diligence of that. no one could trust each other. Like the mentality of the Sith, rule of two, and you can't trust the princes. It like any corporation, whatever happens at the top permeates to the whole other business. It did this to his. No one can be trusted. Most of these people are incompetent. Most people are just fitting roles because of nepotism or other situations like that. And that's the B story compared to the A story, which is with Andor and Cassian and all them. I do wish it was more over the top heist like action, a la like Solo, and even kind of like Rogue One. But because, like Lisa said, it is stretched into 12 episodes, I think they were trying to pick and choose their moments. I do agree with Lisa. This could have probably been 6, and it would have worked very functionally well because a lot of those heists would have been in there, but you still get the character development that Jason loves. Or if you were going to do 12 episodes, some of them could have been like 30ers rather than 40s and 50s. And so it's a lot of fat in here. Let's just call it what it is. It is a lot of fat in this show, but I think it's because this show is trying so hard to show that Star Wars can be more than laser swords, bounty hunters, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. This show is trying so hard to show that, yes, the show is trying really hard to show like this is a impacted world and decisions on a higher level affect everything on a lower level, and we're getting to see the lower level of it. It's almost like what we got from The Mandalorian season 1 that we love so much was that it was almost everyday-esque like life with Mando. This is everyday-esque life with basically like the universe. How is the universe functioning under this rule? How is this rulership even functioning to do this? So I thought those things were interesting and fun, but the thing that shines here the best is the scripting. The writing in this show is phenomenal. I think some of the character acting isn't as strong, but that's how good the writing is. It kind of almost drags a lot of these characters along for it. If you are somebody black in this movie, you're probably not getting too many words, and it's not going to be that great. But
and
you still have an influence, right? You still have an influence and factor here, so it pulls along. So look, I get why people rated this show so high. I get why people talk about, oh, this is the Star Wars we wanted, blah 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 blah. I understand all that. Again, I don't think it was Star Warsy enough for me, so I'm basically just grading this on this is just being a good TV show. Because if you were to grade it on it being a Star Wars TV show, it would be lower in my eyes because it never gave me any, outside it being part of the Empire and we knowing the story of like, of knowing the story of Andor and all that, it doesn't really do anything for Star Wars. You could have made any kind of space situation, or even they've got to be space. So you just been on Earth. And this show works the exact same way.
So, the wire.
But I was here for
it. I'm going to go ahead and start off with agree with Lisa. I hate prequels. I don't think Star Wars needs to do another prequel ever again. Stop giving us prequels. Prequels suck unless you do this again. Because I love the show. And I think the reason I love the show more than you guys did, because you guys y'all binged this basically. Y'all had to sit there for the whole entire 12 hours. I saw this week to week. One episode here, had to wait the next week for the next episode. So for me, it does not feel like that long of a time because I was anticipating each new episode because I had one to watch. So maybe that's...
real quick, just to point on that too, for your fact, you're correct because a lot of these episodes just ended abruptly.
Yeah.
It just ended. And I can see week to week making you like starve for the next one because sometimes I was like, what the hell is that just ended? Why? But anyway, go ahead.
But if the thing I like about this the most is that it shows that Star Wars is no longer just a story, it's a genre in which you can tell stories in. And I feel like this shows this very, very well because, let's just be honest, like Star Wars isn't that complex of a story, right? It's literally the hero's journey, especially the first 3 movies. It's the hero journey. Luke Skywalker becomes the best boy and he defeats the bad guy. And it's basically like from that point on, shades of that. In this, it totally gives you the shades of gray that happens from, the people who think they're doing right, but are in fact, perpetuating a system of wrong versus the people who know they're doing wrong in hopes that it'll eventually help people along the way. And like, that's one of the foundational things that I love about this is that, particularly Andor, but particularly Luthien is like, he knows he's a bad guy. He knows that the things he's going to do he's not going to get a medal for it. He doesn't justify that the things that he's doing is good. He just hopes one day that he's done all this bad shit, that someday someone else will live a better, happier, more fulfilled, a freer life. He knows he's not going to see that world. And I like characters like that. I like those characters who aren't the happy villain who's like, I love doing bad shit, versus the deluded, anti-heroes like, I love doing bad shit because I do it for the good reasons. I love the guys who are like, no, I'm a scumbag, but I hope that my scumbaggery will one day lead to something better, because that's what Andor is. He's a scumbag. He's 100% a scumbag. The screenwriting of this, the writing of this is so phenomenal, and the acting in this, with the exception of a few people, freaking Stellan Skarsgård fucking eats. Freaking Petunia fucking eats in this, dude. And even the best thing about Andor himself is he isn't really given a lot of stuff to do, but he's the catalyst for change. And I just love the way that Diego Luna just goes into a situation, and you can just see he's not the one calling the shots, but he's the one noticing the different things, so that when it's time to do something, he's giving the suggestions so that person can achieve their best goal, whether it be in the heist or at the prison, or finally at the end when he is actually goes to Luthien and is like, yo, I need to be a part of this because y'all need me. I love Cyril. I love to hate Cyril. He is the worst. But I love that he's a perfect foil for Andor, because he thinks he's doing right. And I love that second scene after Andor kills those two cops, where the other cop is like, yo, those guys are bad guys. They ran into a worse guy. Let's not make this a big deal, because if we do, the Empire's going to come in here and fuck this whole thing up. Write a report and get on with your life. And Cyril is so, dogmatic that he believes that he's right, that he gets himself fired because he goes and pursues this thing. And it's just stuff like that. It makes the show so good. And visually, the last 3 Star Wars shows, we had that volumetric stuff that they've been doing, which, it looked good in The Mandalorian, but as they made more and more shows, has seemed to get cheaper and cheaper. They built sets for this. All the stuff, they went on locations for this. All the stuff, it looks like a real world. Ferrix looks like a real place with real people in it. And even though there's not a lot of aliens in it, there's that one big alien guy, and then there's Space Florida with a couple aliens in it. But they feel like they're grounded in reality. And I think the biggest thing is, this is a mature Star Wars without it being angsty. This is the difference between something that's for adults, but not Batman versus Superman, where it's oh, Batman kills. It's we have actual pathos for why these people do this, other than the fact that the director thinks that Batman would kill in real life or whatever, or something stupid like that. There's a reason why, Andor acts the way he acts, because of the way he's been brought up, and the way, because he's a poor guy. He's a poor person. So he's going to do some scumbag things.
Oh, is he poor? I wasn't sure.
I swear to God, Lisa, I didn't let you talk. You're right.
Also, they racially profiled him at one point. I was like,
yeah,
what am I watching here?
Other guys running, he got caught up, and that's also leads to how impotent and dumb the Empire is. They had Andor the entire time, and it's because they were always so conniving and backstabbing one another. One hand doesn't wash the other, so they could never figure out where Andor was, even though they had him the entire time. I fucking love this show. I wish they would do more stuff like this in Star Wars. I'm sorry, Lisa, that you didn't have a good time. Hopefully, we'll watch something that you'll like, and you'll be happy.
Maybe,
and then
maybe
make
one
me
day.
happy.
Maybe one day.
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah. Nope. We're not watching that.
Jason says no, because fiction.
You can watch it. You can watch that on your own time. Or y'all can watch it. I'm just not going to watch it. Y'all can watch it. I don't care.
It's a fictional character based on a bad guy. Okay,
exactly.
Listen. Here's the thing about Andor. There would be moments where I'd be like, okay, I can get with this show, and then it would just it just wasn't consistent enough for me. But there was a moment where I was just like, okay, this is it. This is when it's really going to get me hooked. And it's whenever Andor had met up with, I don't even know anybody's name. Lucy. They were soldiers. They were walking in what looked like Narnia. And he said, shouldn't you be on the other side? Because you're left-handed. So that whole scene, I love that scene. And I thought it was brilliant. And just showing how observant he was, how smart he was. And he could just tell just by, everything. And I was like, okay, cool. This is the moment. And then nothing fucking happened. And then I just fell asleep and it took me forever to finish that episode. And I was like, why can I not? Like,
that episode is so interesting though, because it's about people who are doing a job versus people who believe in the cause.
I understand.
And when he's talking to Namek about it, and Namek is going on his whole spiel about his big bourgeoisie, the proletariat will rise up, and all this other. And Andor's like, yeah, I'm aware. I don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah. And then, I get it. I don't know.
It was boring.
It was boring. You guys know, my stance on how I feel like Star Wars takes advantage of their fans a lot. And I think that this is a prime example of them taking advantage of their fandom. I think if like Jason would have said, if they would have trimmed the fat, you would have had the exact same quality story in less time. But I understand that you disagree, and it was fantastic for you. But it just wasn't for me. It wasn't made for me. I mean, that's just what it is.
I only disagree with the fact that I feel like they're taking advantage of the fandom, because in this show particularly, they do no fan service. Like, unless you are like a hardcore paying attention, there is like in Obi-Wan, like, oh, he's gonna fight Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader again, even though like in the canon they never saw each other for 30 years or whatever. Or in Boba Fett, like, oh, he finally got out of the Circus, and he's got a rancor. In this show, like, yeah, you had Saw Gerrera and yeah, you had Mon Mothma, but they were like integral to the plot. And like
the Death Star at the end, that's 100%.
And like the very last scene.
Yes, that was them. That was them doing the payoff.
The very last scene of 12
It doesn't matter. That's
the
thank you for watching this. Here you go. So that's exactly what it was.
But it's not. The whole show isn't full of that crap. It's not like
I agree with you.
I agree with you. Freaking Obi-Wan buy the little land speeder that Luke Skywalker played with for 10 years, and like.
I'm gonna side with Lisa on that one, because even in Rogue One, that whole Vader scene literally was just wink and gun fan service. So she's right. Star Wars has a history of ending their stuff with some kind of fanny, over the top Easter eggish fan service.
Even with that fan service, though, it still ties back, because you see that Andor literally helped build the thing of his death.
Yes,
so it's still fan service, but it's part of the story. Like he built the Death Star, and it killed him.
I mean, not by himself, but
with the whole other slave labor that was out there. And
I mean, but the thing is, Jason, like, a random person is not going to just go be like, Andor, I've never heard of this. Let me click on this show. Like, only people who know what Star Wars are gonna watch it, give it a chance, and then maybe later, people talk about it, but. Like, at the end of the day, it's still Star Wars fans watching it. Like, I watched it. I watched the whole
Andor
thing.
Unless they're a Star Wars fan. That's 100%. But
so
that's Star Wars.
And I don't think that it was the same case with, say, Boba Fett, or I don't know. I don't know.
I would agree with you if you said The Mandalorian, but no one's watching Boba Fett's going,
That's what I meant to say was The Mandalorian.
I never heard of this Boba Fett guy. Let me go see what this is about.
Yeah.
This looks like that Star Wars the kids are talking about.
No, I'm just happy to be part of a show for once where Lisa has a review similar to mine, where she's like, yeah, it's good shit in here. It just ain't for me. Yeah. I'm just glad to feel that, because usually when I say that, y'all look at me like I'm insane. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I mean,
it wasn't made for me. I am assuming I'm not the the demographic. To be fair, I never wanted to watch the show. The second I heard about it, I was like, who fucking asked for this? Literally no one. And so
I asked for it. It was made from
Jason. With Lisa on that one. I was starting with Lisa. Even when Jason's like, hey, we should review this. I was like, Damn, I was ducking that as long as I could.
Yes, we tried hard to pass that. Yeah, I'll never watch it again.
I watched it twice.
But I'm glad you liked it, and we don't all have to like the same thing. That's the beauty of this show. Right. It makes better content. You want me to just keep saying F-bombs and making you sad inside, or you want to move on?
I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to cry about this later for long. It's going to be a 30-minute cry.
We can get to the ratings.
Sure. Yeah, let's do this. You know, I'm still fine. I'm going to be fine. Let's go with if you don't know, now you know. We do our headcanon circus rating. If it's head, we think it's good. If it's canon, we think it's mid. If it's circus, we think it's garbage. Here we go. Performances. Lisa.
Performances were canon, I guess.
Oh, she's being so nice.
She is being very nice right now. Jason, how would you like these performances?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The performance for me, it's a circus outside of like Skarsgård. I feel like everybody else was, The writing's strong enough to carry it, but Skarsgård is the guy. He's the man in this.
I'm going to disagree with both of you and give it a head. Let's keep moving. Story, Lisa.
Story was canon. There were good treasures in there, but there was a lot of fucking chocolate. So you get the gold and you get the chocolate. So it's canon.
Okay, you give it canon. Jason,
is chocolate a euphemism for poop?
It's poop.
Because gold and chocolate would be the best thing ever.
It's like these are the two of the things that I wanted.
Right. Those are two of my favorite things: gold and chocolate. What we do? Oh, we were doing a story.
Yeah.
I will give this story. Compared to other Star Wars, this is. The Mona Lisa. Callback. Yes, I'll give it a. I'm gonna give this head compared to all the other Star Wars stuff. This is a head for sure.
Thank you, Jason. I will also give it a head as well. I freaking love this story. My next one is, why do you guys suck so much? I'm kidding you. Star Warsiness. Lisa.
Circus.
All right, Jason.
You know, I feel this circus all the way. It ain't Star Wars.
I'm gonna give it a canon because of the Star Warsiness. There's not a lot of aliens. They don't do aliens anymore in Star Wars. Like the last time we seen an actual alien character was freaking Rebels.
Star Trek.
I'm just gonna
General Jaren is better. Okay, wait. Finish your thought, and then we'll.
Time out, Jaren. You're an idiot.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening right now?
They are equal, because they're two different things. You're comparing apples to oranges over here. You can say you like apples better than oranges, but that doesn't make an apple better than an orange.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just saying that like there hasn't been a major alien character in Star Wars since Star Wars Rebels, because they didn't have any in the prequel or the sequel series, except for Chewbacca, and that's a legacy character.
Yeah, I feel like Jar Jar Binks fucked it up for all the aliens.
And Jar Jar Binks, and like as the less said about him, the better. Yeah, and then Rogue One, no alien characters. Han Solo, Chewbacca again. They had that one guy with arms, but then he died.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. You're right.
And honestly, in a lot of Star Wars, the aliens are just really in the background until you get to Admiral Akbar. Like, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Does
okay, Ahsoka is technically an alien.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about Ahsoka.
But like, she's human.
Even on she was on Mando, right?
But she's fine.
Mando had a good amount of aliens. Mando had a good amount of aliens in the background. I mean,
yeah, but there's not like an alien. And I don't consider Ahsoka. She's a human with a fucking horns. Like
she's not human. Humans are from Earth.
None of these people are
galaxy far, far away from this galaxy. Don't even get me started again on this shit. They are not human.
Scale to 1 to 5. Let's go ahead.
They are called humans in the Star Wars. They
shouldn't be. That's bad. That they should not.
That
be
just
humans.
might be
That's
the
bad
English
continuity.
That just might be the English translation from what we think the word.
No, that's laziness. That's them not even you. That's bullshit. Because even in Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not called Earthlings or humans or whatever they're called. They've made up their own fucking word for it. So no, I do not accept that. Star Wars should be better than that.
You're assuming that maybe that the humans in Star Wars aren't the humans here that might have immigrated.
They're not, because literally in the beginning of Star Wars it says in a galaxy far, far away. A long time ago, it's not our galaxy.
Okay, it said a galaxy far, far away. And a long, long time ago, it doesn't say that no one left.
Well,
Jason, I'm going to
put on my geek glasses and go, well, actually, in Indiana Jones on the cliffs, there is R2-D2 and 3CPO, and in the comic books, supposedly there are bones of remains of, I think, of Indiana Jones, I believe, in one of them. So, and Jason may be right. It may be descendants.
To further your point, Jason, in the Senate scene in Phantom Menace, there's some ETs in there.
ETs. There are ETs.
Visit Earth. So if ETs are able to go from that galaxy to this galaxy, who says that? And they have space travel. I'm just saying.
They don't think that deep. They're not thinking that deep about it. They're just doing the same shit that freaking Pixar does.
I respectfully disagree. That's all I'm saying.
I'm siding with Lisa, but I'm just going to make. I just hope Jason make an argument, but I am siding with Lisa. It is lazy. Disagreeing. It's really lazy.
It's lazy. It's fucking lazy.
It was made in the fucking 70s.
Not this show, Jason. Not this show.
Well, they're not going to change the name of the species after fucking 40 years.
I don't remember ever hearing the word human in Star Wars. I'm assuming that they said it, but I don't remember. And the second they said it, I was just like, I think I texted you guys, like, why are there humans there? Like, it immediately jarred me out of it because, okay, it doesn't matter. Let's rate it.
Anyway, 1 to 5.
Your son really thinks you want to fight me. Look, Logan, this isn't the first time, all right?
They must hear me yelling. That's why they hopped on.
All right, let's go to our ratings on a 1 to 5. Lisa, go ahead and please give us your rating from 1 to 5. 1 thinking it sucks to 5 thinking it's great.
There's my bodyguard. She got my back always.
Well, that's my best friend.
Yeah. Oh, Jason said hi to his best friend. Okay. This is out of 1 to 5.
Out of 1 to 5.
Yes. You know the numbers, Lisa.
Like we've been doing it for a long time now.
This is a 1.5.
Okay, you gave it 0.5 on it. Good job, Lisa.
You gave it something. All right, that makes you feel like there's hope there. Jason, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I enjoyed it.
All right. 3 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm a simp. I actually get paid by Disney to do this.
Oh, so why are we seeing the residuals?
He's selfish. He's selfish.
I'm selfish because obviously I have no integrity, and y'all do.
and he still watches commercials. So
I still watch commercials. I absolutely love this. I give it a 5 out of 5. I think it's the best thing in Star Wars since Rogue One, honestly. So,
okay.
Well,
we did it.
This is the part where all the Elvis fans like, and this is the end. The end, my friend.
It's the end of the world.
Thanks everybody, including Jaren for once, for joining us. Please remember.
No, thank you for your comments, Jaren.
Yeah, fuck
He's just trying to sow discord.
That's what Jaren does. He's Irish.
And I came up with the dumb rating system, Jaren. Not that Jason. This Jason.
Please remember to like, share, subscribe, do all those things. You know, we have this God, and his name is Algorithm. And if we worship him, he'll give us his favor. And he does that with money. We need money. Apparently, these guys don't need money because they don't pay for it. They pay for not having commercials and shit. I need money.
Have priorities. We have priorities.
Like a commercial-free life, man. And
also, you know that feeling, Lisa, where like the spot where the show should be going to commercial, and your show's coming right back. Oh,
it's so
such
great.
a lovely feeling. Oh
yeah.
And
then you have to pause the show because you need to do something.
It must be nice to be the 1%. This is what we were protesting against in 2015.
Also, don't forget 3,000 subscribers.
3,000 more subscribers.
3,000 more subscribers. If we get 3,000 more subscribers, the guys are going to do hot yoga with me, and we're going to live stream it, or we'll just video it and just show highlights because I don't know.
I am not excited. This sounds horrible.
Excited to get that hot yoga on, boy.
Absolutely disgusting.
If we get 50,000, we'll talk about Taylor Swift the whole episode. Yeah. They have not agreed to that.
I would love to talk about Taylor Swift all the time. I mean, I did a show where
I will do to you.
So
yeah.
While we're talking the Taylor Swift episode, I'll just do to you what you did to Andor to me, and I'll just be like, Taylor Swift sucks. I hate her. I hate her face.
They'll kill it. The Swifties they'll come for you. Oh,
come for me. Jake Gyllenhaal was right.
5,000 more subscribers and has to agree with me the entire episode.
Oh my god, awesome. I agree with you all the time anyway.
Did you watch this episode? Were you part of the last hour and a half?
I agree with you on Glass Onion.
Okay.
Well, yeah. The low hanging fruit, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like don't forget to pick up your copy of the 5th season. By the way, for book club month, it comes out. We're doing the review of this January 25th. I'm not going to use my same thing. It's thick like your mama. She thick.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last one was even worse, but Jared liked the last time.
Internet mamas be thick, bruh.
Yeah. So please go ahead and pick it up and read it for us. All right.
Oh, next week.
Hold on. So housekeeping real quick.
Reach out to
Ron Dawson. Try to get him on the show for next week. If you guys do not know who Ron Dawson is, he's my favorite. The author of Dungeons and Do-Rags. He was on the show when we reviewed his book. So please make sure to go out and purchase his book and read it. And then you can go to our review of the book back in our archives. So please.
One of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, put something up there. So I'm going to try to get him on the show there. Next week, we are going to relitigate a lot of the things we've had on this show. So things like Avatar 1 and 2 will probably come up. The Last Jedi will probably come up. And I'm going to let Ron know he has a bone to pick with Lisa because how she reviewed Aliens, which I'll get up tomorrow. So you can hear that review because that is Ron Dawson's favorite movie. And so
he puts a lot of Aliens references in this book.
Yes. So we'll do that. And then we are looking at possibly reviewing Megan and a choice, a viewing of Lisa's choosing, which is probably going to be something from Tyler Perry. So we have Lisa Shells as
I picked the cleaner.
Oh, the cleaner.
The cleaner with Samuel Jackson.
Sam Jackson. Okay, so we'll have Megan
That's
and then retro review the cleaner with Sam Jackson. Hopefully we'll have guest Ron Dawson on here, and we'll really get a lot of stuff. Also, I'm going to plan another edition of Trash and Treasure, where we look at the upcoming movie roster coming out, and we determine if it's going to be trash or treasure. So we're going to have a jam-packed show next week, but it's going to be more about us just goofing off, less about real quote-unquote reviewing. So just, again, join us. We appreciate you joining us today. So that's all I have for the church announcements, guys. Praise the Lord.
Thank you, Jesus. All right. Sister Lisa, you got something for us today.
Guys, let tell everyone, like Jason said, you tell one friend, they tell two friends. Tell everyone because we want to start. We want to just do ridiculous things for you guys. Yeah. So share, like, subscribe, support local businesses. We're still looking for sponsors. So if you guys know of anybody, a small business, I like small businesses, but I mean, if you know the CEO of Target, we're not gonna be mad. So yeah. So please let us know if there are any small businesses. If you're a small business owner, hit us up. Let us promote you. Yeah, be kind to each other. Rewind.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Y'all be kind, be considerate. It's the new year, so try to be a better person than you were last year, and tip your servers and bartenders at least 20%, if not more, if you afford it. And if you see Jaren out there, look him in the eye and tell him that Star Wars is in fact better.
We have whole thing saying that that's not even true, and then you just go there.
Y'all have a wonderful night. Peace.
See you guys next week.
Andor is the greatest show on earth.